Right now, what we are seeing with Dogecoin is pretty dang fascinating on a global scale because what's coming next is going to shock the world in a way that we've never seen before in cryptocurrency. Before we get to some of the big news of the day and why I'm so confident that this right now is one of the most pivotal points in Dogecoin's history, this right here is a tweet that just came out as a notification also just came out, which means you have a chance right now, a once in a lifetime opportunity to go down there and press that dang subscribe button with the notifications on if you don't have the notifications on, as Dogecoin is spiking this week, as we are seeing some big gains. We are seeing Dogecoin looking like it is getting ready to break out, as we have a big announcement that's very close that a lot of people don't even know about yet. With all of this stuff, now is the perfect time to go turn on those notifications. You need to make sure they are on and you can see them, because you're not going to want to miss the notification that has that important piece of info that could be the difference between you seeing the opportunity and not seeing it, the difference between hearing the news early and not hearing it early. Time is money, and money is time. So notifications on is the smartest thing you can do. It's free. So take a second, subscribe, turn them on, and you will be obviously very happy that you did. But this right here is a tweet coming in. Dogecoin is the most Googled cryptocurrency in the US. Dogecoin scores 23 states, while Bitcoin commands 10, according to a recent study done by Coin Insider. The people's cryptocurrency, indeed, you can see in a huge amount of states. Dogecoin, 23 states, #1 most searched. That shows you the energy, that shows you the support and the fun. As look at this, the live is already getting up really high in terms of viewers really fast. As you come in, take a second to press the like button. It doesn't matter if you're sitting down, if you're lying down, if you're on the you-know-what, now's the time to, of course, press it. We also are very close to the solution being announced when it comes to the pick from 2 picks ago. You all know what we're talking about. With that pick, obviously, there were some things that did not go as expected with it, but a solution's being worked on, so fear not, that is coming soon. But even still, to put that aside for 1 second and just focus on some of the positive things in the future, because I don't want to dwell on just negativity, there are some really big things on the Patreon that are not far away from happening, including some picks that I think could absolutely change the game for crypto. And what I mean by that is the use case of these picks has huge broad scale potential. And if you want to be staying up to date on some of the best picks in the market at this current stage, or at any stage really, we've had huge success with the Patreon. I highly recommend going down to the link in the description and pinned comment and joining the Patreon. Become a member today and be part of the most special group on the internet, the best group on the internet. Imagine someone takes it out of context, like, oh, Matt's group is special. Okay, well, you know what we meant. We meant it. We meant it special. It's special. It's awesome. Doge with the 2 rocket ships, as we are taking a look at some things like this. But also, you may remember Elon Musk tweeting this out. Oh hi, LOL. I wonder what that means. Yeah, that's right. Elon Musk buying a 9.2 or 9.4 rather % stake in Twitter. Wait a sec. Okay, is it 9.2 or 9.4? Someone let me know. Anyway, Elon Musk bought close to 10% of Twitter. I've seen the number like 100 times today because I've been all over the internet looking at it. And yet somehow it's like, which one is it? But anyway, oh, hi, LOL. Then I comment underneath, Elon Musk's first tweet as the new largest shareholder of Twitter is trolling Twitter, LOL. And even Elon Musk's mom liked this. I just thought that was funny. Take a look. So Elon Musk's mom was just like, oh, let me go ahead and like Elon's tweet. Oh, let's go ahead and like this. Elon Musk's mom supporting her son on Twitter in a big way. You love to see that. So shout out to her for creating, thanks for making Elon. Obviously, Elon's making the world a better place, and he's not doing it in a selfish way. He's putting in time, putting in energy, and that's obviously awesome to see. And some people are like, Matt, well, how come you love Elon so much? Why do you talk about him in a positive way all the time? What are you doing, Matt? Matt, get off Elon. What's wrong with you? Well, the truth is, I respect so much of the things he's doing because I wish I could do the same things. If I was in his position, I would love to do a lot of that stuff too. Now, that's not to say I'm talented enough necessarily. I don't think really anyone is, to be honest. I'm not talented enough to do what he does at that level. Like the technical skill to figure out how to make Teslas better and rockets better. I mean, that's another level of engineering, which I'm good at making Dogecoin videos, right? But I personally don't have that skill. I think it's a special ability, which is what makes him unique. Peter Thomas as well coming in with the chat. Hiya, appreciate that super chat. And Dogecoin Dad says, you were right, I'm on the you-know-what, and still press the like button. Dogecoin Dad, currently on the you-know-what. So Dogecoin Dad, I hope the like button got lots of presage from you today. Was good, buy and sell. We will Moon as well, coming in from Crypto Chicken. Hopefully this is a place, this community where you can come in, you can have fun, you can relax. If you had a stressful day, if you had a hard day, thinking about the future of Dogecoin and how optimistic it is as we're watching this spike right now, as we're watching the views go up, as we're watching, this is insane. We got like 5,000 new followers on Twitter in the last 24 hours, which is just wild. Maybe even more than that. I think I may be underestimating. It could be as much as 10,000 new followers we've gotten just in the last 24 hours. So that goes to show you, we had a lot of people coming on and showing some hate for a very short period of time, but all that does is give you a bunch of free publicity, and then you even roll further. And once people then start to learn that the hate is not justified, and actually what people are saying didn't even happen at all, and also a solution is being worked on regardless to still try to help fix the situation, that just shows you you don't need to worry about if you become an influencer, right? You don't need to worry so much. Just do what you like to do, have fun, and that will be respected, that will be represented well, that will be treated well, and people, it'll be, I guess, responded to well, is what I'm trying to say there. Anyway, she also liked this: Spain should build a massive solar array, could power all of Europe. And then also Elon Musk's mom continuing, sharing this remarkable achievement with the government, who, by the way, a lot of government officials are refusing to acknowledge stuff Elon Musk does, which I just think is kind of strange, but I respond underneath with this, and Elon Musk's mom liked this as well, which just goes to show you she's literally a nonstop warrior for having fun on Twitter. I mean, I love to see it. But politicians, whenever Elon Musk does something that helps humanity, there they are. That's politicians. Oh, Elon Musk built a new rocket. Oh, he's helping change the electric car game. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't see anything. But so all that stuff is good. And there's also one more article, that one, which I just thought was hilarious. We'll get to that in a second here. But first, I think it's time to actually look at the price of Dogecoin right now, because this is pretty crazy. I made a bit of a joke on Twitter about it, but you can see Dogecoin or Bitcoin down 3%, Ethereum down 4%, close to 5% for Ethereum, all the way down, Solana down 5%, Avalanche down 5%, and all of a sudden we go in here, Dogecoin up 7%. So everything else is falling, and that is coming up. Edwin coming in with a bit of a negative comment there. The truth is, I don't think that's the case. I mean, it's technically possible someone could decide they want to do something along those lines, but right now, that it really wouldn't make any sense to. So I'm personally not the creator of it, and also I'm doing everything in my power to try to help a situation and come up with a solution. So like, why? If people want to do it, I mean, you know what? We'll stand up and we'll get it sorted out. But I don't think anyone wants to spend a bunch of money on something like that, because it can be very expensive, only to then lose because there wouldn't actually be a case in place, and then you wouldn't get your legal fees reimbursed. So it's just like, people will talk like that. Typically speaking, it's something that is not smart for any party whatsoever. Are we getting? Someone else asked, what's the update with the pick from 2 picks ago? Which, if you know what it is, you know what it is. There's no point in saying it, because I don't want anyone to be like, oh, I want to go buy it after I say the name. So I'm trying to be careful in regards to that. But expect a big announcement in regards to that relatively soon here. It shouldn't take long, and so that's obviously a very positive thing. So just be on the lookout for that. I mean, I know some people are upset, and it's okay to be upset, but I don't think you will be much longer. I'll just put it that way. Then Dogecoin 14.5%. I mean, the team's committed to doing the right thing. There's no way in any capacity that someone would want someone else, especially in this industry, to have anything along those lines happen. I mean, it's the exact opposite of what you want. But with this, we're also seeing Twitter stock going up as well. Now up above $50. Twitter stock has gone insane since Elon Musk decided to buy that huge percentage of Twitter, close to 10%. Look at that. I mean, just a crazy spike. It was as low as $32. It would have been a great investment on March 7th. Now all the way up to $50 with a big spike. Elon Musk has made close to $1 billion already from his Twitter investment of $3 billion. I mean, that's just insane. Imagine making $1 billion in one day. What? It's truly remarkable that that's even a possibility. Is it a good thing? I mean, I think it's fascinating. I mean, as long as Elon Musk isn't choosing to use all that money on extravagant, wasteful things that then take resources from other people, I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. As long as you're using a normal amount of resources, or even an advanced amount that's higher than the average person, in reciprocation, whatever the word is, and receiving that in exchange for providing goods and services, that's okay. That's good. That's how the economy works. Hello, Matt. Is it true Apple Pay just partnered with Chain Games Chain? I am not sure, Anthony. If that is the case, that would be really cool. I really don't know. It looks like okay. Someone just got banned for spamming some negativity about our community. We don't want to see that. If you do it, just leave. I'll see the comment. Don't worry. I'll even probably respond. Leave 1 or 2 or 3 negative comments. But if you're spamming the whole show, then at that point, that's when you will get removed permanently from being able to comment on the show. So just keep that in mind. Don't do that. We have the ability to say whatever the heck you want here, but you have to make sure you're not spamming or doing it in a way that's taking away from the ability for other people to leave comments. That's where it becomes a negative thing. And then we see here, look at this, some big spikeage for Dogecoin going up to around 18 cents back not that long ago. So a big spike right there that hit above that level. Then it came back down some, then spiking again. Anyway, the Dogecoin momentum and energy today is absolutely on point. It's on par with some of the biggest days we've seen in the history of the show. And so with that, we are likely not far away from the big breakout. We also did actually call this a couple weeks ago. We called it to a T, and even more than 1 month ago, we predicted more than 30% spike for Dogecoin that would then likely lead to going significantly higher in terms of volume and breaking that 17-cent area, going all the way up like we see here to this 18-cent level just a matter of hours ago. So that's still continuing to be awesome. It's obviously fun. And Elon Musk, he is actually at this current point in time getting ready to send Dogecoin soaring with some of the things he's planning. And the truth is, I don't think he's doing it because he wants to send Dogecoin soaring necessarily. I mean, he probably does, right? But he's more doing it because he thinks it's fun. And as a result of that, it's going to lead to some crazy things for Dogecoin. So that's why I'm so excited about it. And that's why I cannot wait to see when some of these plans actually come to fruition, like the Dogecoin tipping feature. That's obviously a big deal over the last 24 hours. That's one of the reasons why Dogecoin's up, even though all their cryptos are falling. And Dogecoin actually even was as high as 15% up on the 24-hour chart, which pretty crazy to see that in the face of all this red, even Bitcoin going down massively. What is Doge Siri? Doge cryptocurrency is silly, human. It is so money, much wow. Human, you better invest, says Frank. That's a funny comment coming in. Dogecoin to Mars and beyond. Everything in the live is so funny, says Josh O'Brien. We try to have fun. What can we say? But we're also seeing at the same time a huge increase in the amount of people talking about Dogecoin on Twitter over the last 24 hours. We've also seen a big uptick on Twitter. You can see some of the posts I've made recently have gotten extreme engagement, and the followers are just going up like an absolute clock. I mean, it's just tick, 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 tick. Every single minute, we're getting more and more followers with some of these Elon Musk announcements, some of these Dogecoin announcements. This one here, 17-cent Dogecoin, already over 1,000 likes in like 4 hours, or 3 hours rather, I believe. Then also a few other tweets we've had have just gone crazy viral, like the one that got 10,000 likes from Elon Musk's reply. Then also multiple others that have played a big role in some of the energy we've seen, or had a big benefit from some of the energy we've seen. Oh, some people getting political in the chat. Oh no, don't do that. What are you doing? This is supposed to be the non-political Dogecoin space where we have fun, and don't talk about that, because I feel like the last thing we all need is another dang political show. There's so many of those. I mean, maybe if politics gets to a certain point where we just want to roast everything, I mean, I could see that being fun, but I don't think it's, I mean, we already roast politicians enough on this show. What else do you need? What else do you want? We roast everyone. If you do bad stuff, you get roasted. I don't care who you are. If you go against cryptocurrency, you're going to be called out. If you go against giving people the ability to say what they want online, which is something I fully support, then you're going to get called out for that too. So we have a very clear set of rules for who we call out, and if someone breaks them, we will absolutely pull out the roast music. They deserve it. Hey Elon, will Dogecoin go to the moon and beyond? Says Monster. Is Elon in the chat? I certainly hope, Elon, if you're watching, appreciate some of the work you've been doing lately. Elon Musk also saying that he does plan to actually make Twitter better. Some of the tweets he's been doing have revealed a lot recently. It's interesting to have that level of communication on the inside with him. in regards. So basically, this article also, Elon Musk's Twitter investment could be bad news for free speech, coming out from the Washington Post. I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't realize, guys. I thought it was going to be positive for people being able to say whatever the heck they want. But if the Washington Post is telling us that's not, surely they must. Timothy L. O'Brien is taking a massive L here. It makes sense why there's a big fat L in his name. L, take the L, O'Brien. What? I mean, what an article. The audacity to actually a human being, a man. His name is Timothy O'Brien. He actually sat down on his computer, opened it up, and then typed out ELON MUSKS. Twitter investment could be bad news for free speech. He typed out that entire thing and took the time, however many hours it took. Maybe it took him a couple days. Maybe he's not the fastest person in the world. He took all that time to write an article saying that Elon Musk's Twitter investment bad. Okay, sure. If you say so, buddy. Elon Musk just bought a $3 billion stake in Twitter because when you're the world's richest human, you can toss billions around like poker chips. I mean, okay. What's your point? Then even Jack Dorsey as well came out recently and said he regrets some of the things he's done to contribute to a more, I guess you could say, corporate social media world where corporations always do a bad job of stuff. Period. It's just the way it is. Corporations have bad structures. They don't have accountability oftentimes because people can hide behind certain things. So that causes corporations to often really fail at the key important things of social media, unfortunately. Like, why don't we have a dislike button? Please, YouTube. I've had so many issues where I'll go and watch a news video and I'll be like, this probably would have a crazy amount of dislikes and you can't see it. I want to be able to know, how do people feel about it? Taking away the ability for people to use their voice in any capacity is wrong. It shouldn't be done, and that's why we call on YouTube to bring back the dislike button. I get it. People use it on me sometimes. That's okay. For the most part, we have way more love than hate. It's so many more likes than dislikes. I can actually see the dislikes, and we hardly get any of them. We have like a 90% like ratio on almost all of our videos, so... But sometimes I, like, if there's ever a big wave of hate at one time, then yeah, at that point we would obviously get slightly more dislikes. Like, I think the worst we've ever had, I've made some hate videos, like I'm joking around for the most part, but like I've talked about Safe Moon and stuff and roasted Safe Moon, and then on videos like that, they'll share it within their communities. And so the worst dislike ratio we've ever had, I think, was like 50% likes, 50% dislikes, and then I think that was how it started. Then it even got a little bit higher on the dislike ratio. It was like 60%, 40%. That's the worst we've ever had. So, I mean, it is what it is. Some of these news outlets would literally have 90% dislikes, and yet they won't show it. I don't like that. I think people should be held accountable, especially if you have an extended license to be able to cover whatever you want. Everyone who has a news license, you actually have a different license on YouTube. You can cover, for example, if I was to say certain words, I would get deplatformed or demonetized. And I don't mean like political words. I mean like literally covering certain news events. If I was to talk about them at all, my channel will get demonetized and I'll get removed. But these news outlets have a special YouTube license where they can actually go and talk about whatever they want. So if a big news story happened that is like, sometimes if it's a very unfortunate news story, you can't even say the word if you're a normal YouTube channel of what happened. But they cover it nonstop. I think if you have that license, you should not have the ability to turn off comments, and you should not have the ability to turn off likes. If you want to have the special privileges of a license like that, you need to be also held accountable to where people can then respond. And people then have the freedom to say whatever they want. That is the way it should be, and unfortunately, it's not happening. If you're an individual person, if you're a YouTuber, you need more. You can have more control over the comment section. I think individuals should always have the ability, if they want to sort through, if they want to block people or ban people if they're doing certain things. That's very different from a corporation who doesn't have emotions, who doesn't have feelings, and deserves to be called out if they're wrong because they have special privileges that no one else has, and yet they're still treated with the white padded gloves of going easy on them. It's unfortunate. It's just the way it is. So someone said no longer. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. COC has been going up a lot recently. It's actually been really fun to watch that. We've seen it go up what, like 200%? I mean, just a massive COC spike. So someone, oh, let's see what this person said. Stop. Oh, Matthew, what was your comment? Oh yeah, so Matthew, I see. So Matthew, don't send me a DM personally. So the reason why is because I personally don't have full control over exactly what happens. So that's why I don't want to say. I actually know what's most likely coming. I know in full detail what has the highest chance of happening, but I don't have control over it. So if I tell you this is what's going to happen and then it doesn't happen, that would be very bad. I would be misleading, and then it could cause significantly more problems. So I can't say exactly what's going to happen yet until I know, and I have to base what's happening off of other people's decisions. It's not, so I can't, I would tell you way more if I could. I really would like to, and that's why you're welcome to send me a DM if you want. Maybe we could go into more detail about your specific circumstances, and hopefully that would help to ease some of your concerns. But hopefully you understand, though, why I have to be careful with that until I know for sure what's going to happen. And by knowing for sure, the announcement actually has to be made once it's made. But I will say, I expect it will only be a few days from now. Maybe it'll be a little longer, but it could even be a little shorter. We'll have to just wait and see. I don't know who slept with Doge. Baby Doge, says Sam. I'm not sure. Oh, that's a good question. Who is the mom then? We have to have them go on Mari, and we have to be like, Mari, and then figure out the answer. Oh yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. Anyway, hopefully you had fun with the show tonight. Make sure you can press like, you can subscribe, you can do whatever the heck you want, or of course, you can throw your phone directly on the floor as hard as you possibly can in hopes that perhaps your least favorite YouTuber, Matt Wallace, will feel it somehow through the powers of the universe. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Perhaps when you throw it, I'll feel that. I don't know. If you hate me, make sure to throw your phone on the ground as hard as you possibly can just to find out. I would highly recommend doing that. Oh, imagine someone actually does it. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.